What is happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Game Week show, the Premier League Game Week show preview. Game Week 37. We're literally three more shows after this from wrapping the entire season up. FPL deadline's in half an hour, people. So just stay tuned to that. We'll quickly start with FPL before we continue with the rest of the show, just so you guys can get a head start or a heads up on what you want to do in FPL. Any suggestions, leave it in the chat before the deadline, which is in half an hour. Guys, like button, make sure that's done. Share, subscribe. It's important you do so. 95 subs again, back to 95 now, to 700. So come on, guys, you already know what to do. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Josh, Manj, star-studded panel as always. You know what I'm saying? Love the panel, love the discussions every single week. Hope you guys are all doing good. Yeah, man, let's get started. Busy weekend, going to be a big one. We have the FA Cup final, Bournemouth, Man City next week. Arsenal, Burnley Monday night. What's happening? Josh?
What's happening, lads? I'm looking forward to this stream. Hopefully, this is the game week where Arsenal finally win their first league title in 22 years, pending the result at the Vitality Stadium between Bournemouth and Manchester City. Quick heads up. Buddy, Tobias, Phoebe, Florence, I know you're all watching, so big up, leave a like on this stream, and let's get right into this.
What are you talking about?
My nieces and nephews, they're watching downstairs. So.
Big up to your nephews.
Big up.
And nieces, yeah. But anyway, hopefully Arsenal go a long way into winning their first league title in 22 years this game week. That's why I've got the shirt on, as per my buddy's request. So let's have it.
Speaking of buddies, Manj, my buddy, what's up?
Oh, good to be here, man. Hopefully the internet doesn't crash out like last time.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't crash out like an expression stream. Shout out to X. Shout out to Josh for wearing a bootleg Tottenham shirt. But anyway. I feel like it's going to be one of them weeks that's going to be deciding relegation. I feel like West Ham on thereabouts for championship football, man. And it's going to be Millwall awaiting the Hammers next season, but we're against that later on.
Yeah, man. Can't wait for that. People, let's get started. Big weekend. City beat Palace 3-0. I didn't watch the highlights. I watched the time. You know what's funny? I fell asleep during the game. I woke up for the first goal, and I went back to sleep. Just like that, I woke up for the first goal. And then City scored, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. We're going back.
Yeah, I think that.
City, like, I told you, Josh, 3-0. I said 3-0. We got the right predictions.
I said 4-1, to be fair.
That's fair.
I said 3-1.
I don't know, man.
Although it should have been 4. It should have been 3-1 if Mateta would have scored that. But.
3-0 City. I mean, at the end of the day, City got their clean sheet win, and they needed that because goal difference wise, just in case Arsenal do drop points or something, and then City do catch up, the goal difference will be tight. So yeah, I can't wait. But anyways, enough of that. City, we'll talk about you in just a moment. FA Cup final this weekend. But I'll start with you, Josh. Obviously, Arsenal Burnley Monday night is a big one actually, because it's gonna be a game where a lot's on the line, and you could go. This is the most crucial 3 points of the season if you do get it, which means that you will go into the final day leading the table for the first time in 20 odd years. And I know you're smirking because you want to believe it's going to happen.
No, not because of that, but honestly, there should have been. Listen, due to the amount of dropped points we've stupidly thrown away this season. I mean, we should have won this league back in March, and I've said that many times on this channel. But if Crystal Palace decided to turn up at the Etihad, then we could have won the league title with this game. But unfortunately not. Having said that, if we do get the 3 points, which we should be able to do, Manchester City have to go to a tough Bournemouth side away from home, and hopefully they drop points there. Obviously, if Manchester City drop points, if they do drop points, it's mathematically impossible for them to catch us up. So we'll therefore be champions. But listen, this Burnley game, it's not going to be a walkover like people are expecting, in my opinion. Obviously, they've got Kyle Walker, not only former Manchester City captain, so he's going to want to help his former employees, but he's a Tottenham man. Obviously, he made a name for himself at Tottenham, became one of the best right backs in the world at Spurs before moving to Manchester City and winning everything there is to win. So he's going to be absolutely desperate to, to stop our path and whatnot. And they're playing under no pressure. They're playing under no pressure whatsoever. So that famous saying. What is it? I'm bottling it like my manager, but no, like the most dangerous type of man is a man with nothing left to lose, and Burnley have nothing left to lose, considering they're already relegated. So we need to be extremely wary going into this game. Extremely wary. And Calafiori's not injured, which is a good thing because we can more easily break them down. Saka should be fully fit and firing after that disgraceful performance at the London Stadium. And yeah, let's see how it goes. But Burnley, it's going to be a tough game. I know this sounds like a gimmick. I know this sounds like I'm just trying to put it off and whatnot. But at the end of the day, they've got nothing left to play for. Therefore, they've got nothing to lose. Therefore, they can just play their football. Whereas we're going to be tense. This is a club without a league title in 22 years. So we're going to try extremely hard. And Burnley aren't going to feel that same pressure to stay up because their fate's already sealed. And like I say, with Carl Walker captaincy, at the end of the day, they're going to want to get something. He's going to want to stop us in particular. And they got a point against fifth place Aston Villa in their last game. Now, I know Aston Villa rotated and they're not taking the league seriously now, but at the end of the day, it takes a good team to take points off this Villa side, even if you were in the relegation zone. So, yeah, we're just being wary. Hopefully, we get the 3 points, and then hopefully Bournemouth can take points off City to win us our first league title in 22 years. That's it.
Manchester United's game.
I feel like Burnley was set up to frustrate Arsenal. I feel like they can play a low block, 2 banks of 4, 2 banks of 5, but I feel like Arsenal will break them down, and if they score the first goal early, they'll score for about 3 or 4. So, yeah. It's pretty much the first goal just to calm the nerves and enjoy the celebrations after. Yeah.
No, I hear you. I mean, look, like I said, Burnley at home, I think it will be a comfortable win. And I'll say that because you have more to play for than them. Like, you need it more. Burnley don't really need to win this game. They're relegated. They have nothing to play for. They don't need the 3 points. They're not going to survive. They're not going to do anything. They're going to get relegated. Whatever happens, they're going to stay where they are. So yeah, I just think this game should be a walkover for Arsenal. And I say that because if you win this game, there's more. I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's more pressure on you guys this weekend. I think there's more pressure on Man City because they're behind. They have to win their game compared to yours. You just need to go into the final day top of the league. The pressure is on City way more than you right now. And yes, City have coped with the pressure way. I mean, in much better terms than previous times in previous seasons. And I completely understand that City as a team, but to deal with pressure, yeah, when the pressure hits, City deal with it well. They cope with it well, right? City away to Bournemouth is not going to be an easy game. That is not an easy game. Bournemouth have something to play for. City do as well, the title, and they have the cup final this weekend, so a lot's going to be on the line. They have the cup final, the Premier League title, so City have a lot to play for. A lot's at stake. Bournemouth need to play for European football, at the Europa League or Champions League. We'll see, man, because you know what it is. Because Bournemouth, they have to get 6th and hope Villa win the Europa League. That can guarantee them Champions League football for next season. And that is going to be massive for their football club because they're going to, not only are they going to get tons of money from that, but that's going to help them with, the growth of the football club, And in the season where they sold their best player, Antoine Semenyo, and they sold their best left back in Milos Kerkez, you'd think Bournemouth would drop off big time. No, they haven't. They've actually looked a lot better than last season. They looked a lot better than last season. They haven't lost a game since January. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 2 games at once here. It's Arsenal, Burnley, and City, Bournemouth. And I'm gonna combine the 2 games at once. You know what I'm saying? But hear me out on this one. Like, this game, pressure applies to City a lot more. It just does. Because at the moment, Arsenal are top. And yes, Arsenal haven't won the title in 20 years, and that's the pressure that hits them. But if Arsenal win their game, they go 5 points clear, with City having to play midweek after the cup final. So the pressure will then be on Man City. Because even if Arsenal lose, the pressure is still on Man City. Why? Because they have to go to a tough game. They have to play a tough game. Tough ground, tough, circumstances. Bournemouth haven't lost a game since January. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. I'll keep on reminding everyone. This is not an easy Bournemouth game. Not an easy Bournemouth side. So yeah, man, City, pressure's on them. You guys, pressure kind of off right now. Sorry, not off, but pressure is easing off Arsenal. You've got over the toughest games of the season, in my opinion. You got over the Newcastle game and the West Ham game. Those are the two games where I said, if you guys get over those two games, you're winning the league. Because Burnley are relegated, Palace in the last game of the season, and I'll get to Lumen's question right now, actually. No, I doubt it. And I know Glasner is the type of guy to play his best players, but to be honest with you, I think Palace are going to care about the cup final. Palace really need to win that cup final. If they win that cup final, they're in the Europa League. So Palace need it more. Palace will want to win that game. Palace care about that game. Palace should not risk anything on the last game of the season. Don't risk any injuries. Don't risk anything. Don't bother with it. Just stay clear of injuries and go to that cup final with a fully fit squad. You know what I'm saying? And I think they should be fine. I think they'll win. But yeah, Palace, they shouldn't really have to play. And the funny part is, if Arsenal win the league at Selhurst Park, Palace will have to hand the envelope to Arsenal right away. The great, sorry, not the money, the Eze money that they owe you for him winning the league title. So he's going to collect his money from Palace. You're going to get the money from Palace, and you're going to collect the Premier League money, the title money. So.
I also said regarding Palace on the last game of the season, it would be quite poetic that the first game to kickstart our title challenging under Mikel Arteta was away at Selhurst Park. That 2-0 loss, about 2-0 win, I should say, in August 2022, that fateful Friday night. I mean, we've been chasing it ever since, and we haven't got over the line, and it would be quite a story if we finally managed to lift it. But like I said, I don't want to take it to the last game. I'm hoping we can beat Burnley, and obviously Bournemouth beat Manchester City, or at least take points off them. But still, I understand what you're saying, Akivan, in terms of the pressure, but I think I'd say more pressure is on us, purely because Manchester City have been there before, and they've done it before, and they know they can do it. Whereas sorry about any background noise, but there's 22 years since our last league title, So I think all the pressure's on us, and I'm not trying to make it a sort of, look, it's us that are trying to do all that. But I understand you disagree, but in my opinion, Manchester City have been there before. They're going to be fully focused on the FA Cup final. And if they do concede the title to Arsenal, at the end of the day, they've still got 2 trophies in their cabinet. A fairly decent send-off,
No, sorry, finish your point. Sorry.
No, a fairly decent send-off. And I actually, the same website that I wrote the Gilberto article on, I also did a preview to this FA Cup game saying that mathematically, Manchester City is still well in for a domestic treble here, like they did in 2019. And at the end of the day, they can easily do it. This is Pep Guardiola. They're up against a club that have done nothing but bottle league titles for 22 years. So, who's to say they won't do it again? And I think that's where the pressure's really on Arsenal here. At the end of the day, 22-year league title drought. The style of football that we play is draining, the margins football and all that crap. So, we've got 2 more games of it. And we need to win both. Quite simply, we need to win both. Unless, of course, Bournemouth do us a favour on Tuesday night. But at the end of the day, I think we need to look at it as in Manchester City are going to win all their games. Let's focus on winning all our games. That's the way I see it.
No, but for me, the reason why I say the pressure's on City more is because they're behind. Nothing to do with
I understand that, but they've won league titles before, and they've clawed back bigger point
Yeah,
gaps
the
on
new
2
City
points.
squad,
So,
a lot of them are new. Like Savio's new, Semenyo's new, Gay is new. You know, Donnarumma. Okay, Donnarumma's been there before PSG. I'm not gonna say anything else, right? O'Reilly's new. You know, they've got new players, bro. Kusanov is new. You know, so it's a new City squad. It's a younger, inexperienced City squad. You know, Bernardo Silva's on his way out. Rodri is the most experienced guy in the squad with Bernardo Silva, and they've also got Erling Haaland, right? And Doku's won a title with City before, so he counts. He's been there before, across the line. You know, who else has been there? Foden's been there. He's done it. He's crossed the line, right? So yeah, they do have players that cross the line, but the pressure on City, I'm talking about them, is they're behind you. Because if you win their game, the pressure's on them even more. Think about it. If you win your game, the pressure's on them even more to go to Bournemouth away and win. When Bournemouth have to win that game, the stakes are high for both teams. Both teams need to win the game, one for European football, one for the league title. One to get consolation points for the league title. They need it. You know, both of them need it. And you mentioned about our pressure's more on Arsenal. Yeah. It's only more pressure on you if you lose to Burnley and City go top by beating Bournemouth, then the pressure's on you. For now, like I said, if you win the league title, Josh, think about it. You're 5 points clear before they have to go Bournemouth away. Think about that. The pressure should be on them.
that's if we beat Burnley.
That's what I'm saying. If you beat Burnley, then the keeps pressure on them.
Listen, like I said, new catchphrase for AN Sports: 1 game at a time. I'm not counting my chickens at all. Like I say, unless we're mathematically over the line, I'm still going to say I think City will win the league, purely because they've done it before. They've got a serial winner as their manager.
I hear what Josh is saying. No, I hear what he's saying. No, I hear what he's saying.
You know what I mean? Until there is visible proof of the Premier League trophy being lifted above Odegaard's head, I still think Manchester City are the favourites for this league title. Because they've got the better manager. I think they've got some of the better players in more positions than not. And
I hear it.
At the end of the day, they've got the expertise, they've got the experience. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think there's much pressure on them because they've felt this kind of pressure before and they've come through each and every time. So they won't be as phased as Arsenal will, in my opinion. So
I hear what Josh is saying, man, because he's been waiting 20 plus years for this. He's saying until he sees it on TV, until he sees the trophy lifted, and that he ain't gonna do anything, man.
To be fair, man.
I hear what he's saying though. I know it's running jokes about 1 game at a time, but actually hear what he's saying.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is that when Sir Alex Ferguson was our manager, and I'm not saying that it's any different for Arsenal. Like Arsenal are top of the league right now. The belief in the United fan base was like, yep, we're winning the league. Even with 2 games to go, we're 2 points ahead. Because we've been there, we've done it many times. And I understand Josh's point. Like, you have to cross the line multiple times in order for you to believe it. Because if Arteta had won like 3 or 4 Premier League titles in a row, Josh would be saying other words. Josh would be saying they're winning the league. Because they've done it before. Right? And I hear Josh's point about Man City because they've crossed the line before. So pressure's more on Arsenal with that. I hear that. But don't forget, City's games are more must-wins. City's games they're behind. And I think, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be top going to the final game of the season to beat Burnley. Sorry, Matt's going, bro.
Hey, Kevin, the body language I've got from watching the City game is that I think the players that City know that they've already lost the league. If West Ham had drawn the game, I feel like you'd be seeing the Haalands and all that starting. I feel like that game was like a preparation for the cup final against Chelsea. To be honest with you, I know that's why it came across to me. But if it ended 1-1 hypothetically, if it did end 1-1, I feel like we would have seen a full strength side. But I feel like, but then again, football's a funny old game, isn't it? You never know what's going to happen on Mondays. But I'm gonna hear you guys with my prediction in a bit.
Nah, I'll get to predictions in a bit. But Josh, do you have anything you want to say again before we go?
Can you hear me properly though? Can you hear me?
I can hear you well. No worries.
So no, there's nothing else really to say in terms of team news. Oh, Timber's in a race to be back fit for the Champions League final, but for now, Mosquera is going to be at right back, most probably, against Burnley, considering Ben White's now injured. Yet again, lads, I just keep saying, like, this manager's completely ruined the careers of a ton of these players, you know. So I think even if he brings home the Premier League and maybe even the Champions League, he needs to go regardless, no matter what the outcome is, whether he wins nothing, something, or both things, you know, in my opinion.
FPL.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to leave mine. I'll do the wild card on the last game week.
I think you should do it today, bro, honestly.
Yeah, you guys should.
Bro, honestly, I'm live on stream. I ain't working under pressure. I can't do that.
Under pressure.
Have you used your chips already?
Down on me. Sorry?
Have you used every single one of your chips, or are you still left with wildcard, or just one and then another one more?
I've still got the wild card left, but I've got my team out. Kelleher, Senesi, Gehi, Gabriel, and midfield 5 of Rogers, Bruno, Cherky, Szoboszlai, and Harry Wilson, with a front 2 of Haaland and Igor Thiago. I'm hoping that Brentford's game against Crystal Palace is a 3 o'clock kickoff, so Igor Thiago actually turns up. I've decided to drop Krupi Jr. to the bench, and I've left Alderete on the bench, although that normally backfires for me because he usually gets 8 points on my bench. So, I don't know, man. I've still got Anderson on my bench as well, even though he got sent off. So, there you have it.
I'm using my final chip of the season, which is bench boost. So everyone on my team is playing this week. So everyone in the lineup: Henderson in goal, Gabriel, O'Reilly, Canvot, Cherky, Canvot, the Palace centre back.
Oh, right. Okay. No.
Fair. I only knew him a few weeks ago, so don't worry about it.
Fair enough.
I didn't really pay attention to Palace games. Cherky, Bruno's captain, Saka, Eze, Wilson, Haaland, Welbeck. On the bench, Carl Darlow, Alderete, Rodon, and Calvert-Lewin. So everyone in my team is playing this week, including in my bench. My bench is going to be points as well, hopefully. Bruno's captain because, I think he needs to. The assists he might get.
Hey, Kevin, quick question. Do you think United are going to do a parade for him?
Parade for
Bruno's assist?
You never know.
People think I'm actually joking, This club is actually silly to do it.
I know, because this fan base paraded on these players after finishing 15th last season, so I'm not surprised.
If I see a bus on Sky News saying Bruno assist, oh my god.
They were like, way after last year, after 15th place in the European final ball to Spurs. You know what I'm saying? This fan base.
And who gave the ball away in that final? Just saying.
To be fair. Onana should have done better.
But he lost it in midfield there, isn't it? Just saying.
I know, but Onana slapped the ball in the goal. He should have done better with that.
But Bruno lost it in midfield.
Even Luke Shaw should have defended better at the back post.
After review, ball lost by number 8 Bruno Fernandes, results in Tottenham goal.
So
if anyone watched DR Sports on Monday, when they said after review. Yeah, carry on, sorry.
No, it's all good, bro. I was just saying. So Bruno's my captain. I'm could consider Saka as captain. Haaland, I don't know. I have Welbeck as well up top. I was gonna bring back Igor Thiago, but I don't know. I was thinking I'm saving my three free transfers for the final game week of the season. So yeah, at the moment I've got 2 free transfers. I'm not gonna make any transfers this week. Gonna use all my free transfers for the end of the season. So using all of it next week. And yeah, man, I'd usually use my bench boost on the last game of the season, but this season I'm using it before the last game of the season. So yeah, I'm using it all, man. Bench boost, triple captain, wildcard, free hit, all played this season. The only thing I didn't play was the free hit on game week 19. I didn't use that. That's the only chip I didn't use this season. So I used every chip except for one, which is the first free hit before it reset to after game week 20. So yeah, there you go. Bench boost, team set. Good luck, everyone, for this weekend. Any suggestions? You leave it 3 minutes before the deadline, please. Sorry, I can't even talk today. Fucking hell. 3 minutes. Shit. 3 minutes before the deadline. Send your suggestions in the chat and send your team if you need any help. Just quickly before the deadline's in 3 minutes. If you need
Is
any
it
help.
always an hour before kickoff or is it 75 minutes?
It's always like an hour and a half before because there's leaked lineups nowadays.
Okay, fair enough.
That's why. Because lineups
Okay.
get leaked so easily. That's why they moved it to like an hour and a half. Before it was like literally an hour before kickoff. Always an hour. But for like
Right.
UCL fantasy is like literally a minute before kickoff, which makes no sense. Which I mean,
That's
to be
crazy.
fair, I feel like it. It's easier, and you can even
Yeah.
make your team for the second day as well, which is so much easier than in general. I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, 2 minutes to go. Do your team. Finish it off before the deadline. Enjoy the game week. Anyways, back to the football talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gonna be a big one, bro. This Arsenal Burnley game.
I don't think it is.
You don't think it is?
Nah. Formality.
It's a big win needed for Arsenal.
They got it. It's in the bag.
I think so. Yeah. I think they got it as well. But it's just how many goals will they score? Because
Yeah, that's the shout.
what if some reason Arsenal just end up dropping points to Burnley at home, and then City's goal difference goes up like crazy against Bournemouth away or something.
I mean, if it was away, I get it, but it's at home, innit?
Yeah.
If it's at Turf Moor, then it's a different place.
Yeah, because they drop points. They drop points against Wolves, didn't they? So it's different.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, FPL team done. Back to the game. Back to predictions. Anyways, Josh. Sorry, I really cut you off earlier. Continue what you were saying.
No worries, mate. No worries. Yeah, in terms of FPL, I'm going to wait until the last game of the season for my wild card. Obviously, there's less than a minute left, so there you have it. I don't know what else to say about our game against Burnley. Simply just get the 3 points and ideally score a lot of goals. So,
Don't worry about it, man. Say it.
well,
Yeah,
with you know who watching, but
it's fine.
what was I going to say? In terms of scoring a lot of goals, hopefully we do put a lot past Burnley and boost up that goal difference, so we can afford to draw at Selhurst Park. But at the end of the day, we need to win our last 2 games, as I said, unless of course Bournemouth get a result against City. But I'm not banking on that. I think we need to win our last 2 games. And ahead of a Champions League final 6 days after the last game of the season, it's certainly not ideal. But at the end of the day, if you want to win the biggest trophies, you have to get through the biggest tests, and these are going to be big tests, these last 3 games. So let's hope we get out of the opposite end with a 100% record. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna crown ourselves anything. I did say if we beat West Ham and Burnley, I think we've won it. But in hindsight, we just need Bournemouth to get something at the Vitality. But
So you're closer to
we can't rely on that. We cannot rely on that.
You're closer to the trophy than City in a way.
Yeah, exactly. But that's partly why, in terms of the pressure conversation, I believe that we're the team under more pressure because, I mean, Manchester City, there's a lot more pressure. There's a lot more pressure being the hunted than the hunter. You know what I mean? In terms of the title race. So that's where my thinking is. But in terms of that, I have nothing else to say on the game. Calafiori is back in full training. Battles Arteta was lying that he was injured purely because his substitutes were so ridiculous in the West Ham game. Luckily, it didn't cost us, but it so easily could have done. So there you have it. Hopefully, he does nothing to quote unquote big brained for the last 3 games, and we just get the job done. But like I say, I cannot trust this manager, and I cannot trust this football club. So 1 game at a time, and we see where it takes us.
Score predictions anyway. Shall we get to score predictions?
Yeah. 3-1 Arsenal.
I was gonna give mine. I'll wait for Manj. Manj, go ahead, bro.
Sorry.
Burnley are gonna score. I echo Josh. 3-1 Arsenal.
What are you saying, Josh? For Manj, what were you gonna say? Josh.
Sorry, no. Me and Manj both predict 3-1 to Arsenal. I think it'll be the same scoreline as it was when Burnley were last in the Premier League when they travelled to the Emirates.
Yeah.
3-0 Arsenal. you should keep a clean sheet in this game.
No, ideally, we win about 7-0, but I doubt that's going to
Yeah.
happen. So,
If you win,
you know.
if you win 7-0, there's no way you're losing to Palace on the weekend, in my opinion. If you go and slap Burnley up at home, yeah, it's cooked, man. It's over. Let me get to the comments real quick. Big up RSV. I'll get to your comments when we get to the United segment, I guess. I'll get to the United segment in a little bit. Selhurst Park is never an easy place to go. Never is, but
Never.
Palace is not going to play their best players, in my opinion. I know Glasner is not the type of manager to rest his players, but at the same time, like, let's be honest, you got a cup final in 3 days. What are you gonna sacrifice? Are you really gonna win the league game just to get your players tired for the final? No, you might as well rest your players for the final. Don't risk anything. Right now, there's more pressure on City and Gameweek 37, but Gameweek 38 could be more pressure on Arsenal. True. You never know. You could be right. Big up to Arian, bro. City beat Bournemouth in the last day of the season, bigger pressure for Arsenal. Yep, exactly. Man City have higher standards. Winning a cup double is not good enough by their level. Well, I mean, if they win the FA Cup and the League Cup, they'll take it. Last season, they didn't win a trophy. Last season, they didn't win a trophy. I said earlier in the show we did 2 days ago, I said that I wouldn't be surprised if Man City threw away that Palace game just so they could rest for the cup final because they care about the trophies more. Seriously, I'm not that. I wouldn't be surprised because City are the type of sorry, can't even talk today. City are the type of team to rest their players, or not to rest their players, but to go for the cup final. You know, Pep cares about trophies, and Pep will want to go for the cup final. And at the end of the day, he did. He rested their players, and City still won the game. So, yeah. City will. I mean, Palace didn't. Palace played a full strength team against City, but come the last game of the season, you never know. The Bournemouth away game is a real test because City dropped points with Everton. Yeah, they did. 3-3, classic game. That's it. Odegaard hit. 3-0 Arsenal. Yeah, I agree. 3-0 Arsenal. Saka, Eze, Gyökeres. There you go. Anyways, shall we get which game shall we go to next? Cup final.
Are we going to do predictions for the Man City game? Or are we going to wait till the...
Yeah, FA Cup.
Do you want to talk about Bournemouth City first, real quick? Because we were kind of talking about it already. Want to continue about it for a bit, and then we'll go to the cup final?
Well, of course, you said that, Kevin. They haven't lost a game since losing to Arsenal on the 3rd of January. Hopefully that continues up until the end of the season, obviously. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game for City, without a doubt. I don't know if you guys have seen, but Bernardo Silva spoke a load of shit against us again in another interview. Had the cheek to call this season a transition season for Manchester City. You know, just giving players 300k a week in January is seen as a transition period, apparently. But there you have it. Yeah, hopefully Bournemouth take something. But like I say, City have more than enough to beat them, whether home or away. Obviously, when you've got the likes of Erling Haaland, Ryan Cherky, Bernardo Silva, unfortunately, Rodri, you've got Gehi at the back, Euros winner, Champions League winner, Donnarumma between the sticks. You've got more than enough resources to beat Bournemouth, whether home or away. So Bournemouth, they're on top form. They've got extra days rest because they're not playing over the weekend. Hopefully they can utilise that, but if not, it's up to Arsenal to win their last 2 games of the season.
Manch?
I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to say it's Bournemouth's last home game, so they want to go out with a win.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, like I said, this is not Bournemouth. This is not City's biggest test. City's biggest game is this weekend, the cup final. Then they play Bournemouth away. City going to take it one game at a time. And I know I've just said it, one game at a time. But
hey,
they also will take it one game at a time because they have the cup final. They're going to care about that one first. They need to get over that. If they lose that cup final, oh my days. I'm not going to lie to you. If they lose that cup final this weekend, the chips are down against Bournemouth, and I think Bournemouth will win the game.
I seriously doubt. But to be fair,
you should hope Chelsea win, Josh. So City are demotivated for that Bournemouth.
I never hope Chelsea win anything. But
you've seen Chelsea win 2 Champions Leagues, to be fair. So
well, one. Obviously, I was happy back in 2012, but I I mean, Chelsea, they have a history of being the underdogs in finals and still winning. Case in point, 2012 and 2021. So I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility for them to win the FA Cup. But at the end of the day, I still think City are the firm favourites. Chelsea haven't won a domestic trophy since 2018 under Antonio Conte, and that was against Manchester United under Mourinho. So it's been a hell of a long time. A hell of a lot of waters passed under that bridge since 2018, not least a global pandemic. So listen, Chelsea are going to want to break that duck, you know. Mange, I see that. I see that thing below the headline, but I'll just ignore it.
I'm joking.
I know. But yeah, in terms of this cup final, at the end of the day, I don't think you can ever write Chelsea out of the final. Do it at your own peril at the end of the day. Whatever you say about Chelsea Football Club, at the end of the day, they win trophies. Since Abramovich has come over, that's all their club has been about. And they'll continue to do so. We saw that last year. They haven't won a domestic trophy since 2018, which is insane to me. Absolutely insane. Sorry?
Am I cutting off? Is my internet cutting off?
No, you're not cutting off. You're not cutting off.
Sure? Because I just disappeared on the screen just now.
Well, you're moving on my screen. So.
No, you're good.
All right, cool. Sorry, continue.
That's sweet. No worries. Yeah, I wouldn't write Chelsea out, but I do think Manchester City are firm favourites. And when we get into predictions, I'm going to predict Manchester City win. At the end of the day, they've got huge motivation. A lot of these players have, well, I would have said won nothing before, but then Arsenal turned up. So they've won a Carabao Cup, the likes of Semenyo and Gehi, in Manchester City colours alongside Cherki and Eight Nori. So they're going to want to continue that winning feeling. They're going to want to keep their hopes of the domestic treble alive. Guardiola in particular. I don't know if you guys saw, but there were pictures leaking from the Etihad of Pep Guardiola in the middle of the Etihad pitch with all the trophies he's won. So lots of people are speculating that there's an announcement video being shot.
I'm hearing it's for Bernardo Silva.
Oh, for fuck! Come on. That's annoying. Apparently it was Pep and the thing, but
it could be for both. You don't know.
Yeah, I bloody hope so, mate. Yeah, I mean, Guardiola, if he is going to... I mean, there's a lot of rumours that he's going to probably leave after this season. Maresca taking over. Ironically, who they're playing in the final, Maresca's former club. So Pep's going to be desperate to keep this domestic treble ambition alive as long as he can. And I believe that is why Manchester City have the edge, which is why I think Manchester City are going to win. But like I said, never write off Chelsea in the cup final.
What, even though they lost 6 in a row?
Albeit they have lost 6 in a row, but Chelsea do have a history, albeit recent history, post Abramovich, of, you know, being the underdogs in finals and still winning, i.e. PSG, Club World Cup. Regardless of what you think about that competition, they're 2 Champions League wins. They were Yeah, I understand. It's like the FIFA tournaments, isn't it? But also the Champions League wins. I mean, they were heavy underdogs against Bayern and Manchester City.
Yeah.
Even whenever they came up against Manchester United, there was always the inkling that Manchester United were going to win, whether it was the Community Shield or FA Cup in 2007, I think it was. I mean, they're always going to be... Chelsea are typically the underdogs in many finals, and that's when they usually rise to the occasion. So I would not be surprised if Chelsea managed to nick something. Let's not forget Callum McFarlane, his first interim spell as Chelsea manager at the beginning of the year, snatched a point at the Etihad and should have left with all 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as if he hasn't had experience against Manchester City before. So we'll see how it goes. But I still think Manchester City have enough to win on Saturday.
What, the cup final?
Yeah, the cup final.
The Bournemouth game, though.
Yeah, and in terms of the Bournemouth game, I think they've got more than enough Arsenal, so to speak, to win it. Hopefully they don't, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I take it we're predicting the Bournemouth game on this show as well as the FA Cup final. Okay. In terms of the FA Cup final, I think Manchester City will win 2-0. Fairly comfortable. And in terms of the Bournemouth game, last minute winner from Gehi from a set piece, 2-1 City, taking it to the last game of the season.
Manch, over to you. What do you think of the Bournemouth game first? And then we'll go to the FA Cup. I can't even talk tonight. Fucking hell. Go to the FA Cup final. Sorry.
Welcome to AN Can't Talk. Just
I'm
gonna.
trying to speak, bro.
Nah, it's a Friday. We'll let you off. Now about the City game, I'm finding it difficult to call. I feel like it might go the distance. I think we're looking at extra time and penalties. I feel like. I feel there'll be extra time penalties. I feel like it's gonna. I think City will win it on pens. I think it'll be 2-2. City on pens. We're doing predictions right now.
Yeah, we're doing predictions. Yeah. For the Bournemouth game first, though, and then the cup.
I feel like the FA Cup should go first, then talk about the Bournemouth game.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I want to go 2-2 after extra time, and City win it on pens, thanks to Donnarumma. And transitioning to vitality, I want to go Bournemouth 2, City 1.
Bournemouth 2, City 1. So you think Arsenal confirm league title champions?
Yeah, about kicking the ball.
Fair enough.
I said it last year as well.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Now, for me, like I said, I think Bournemouth away is going to be City's toughest task, but at the end of the day, the cup final comes first, right? They got to win the trophy first. And Chelsea, when was the last time Chelsea made the cup final? Was it 2021, wasn't it, the FA Cup final? No, sorry, 22 against Liverpool. They lost on penalties.
Yeah, against the kids.
No, that was the League Cup final.
That was against Liverpool's kids.
That was
Pochettino was in charge.
Yeah, that was League Cup final in 2024.
Oh, sorry, I got my dates mixed up. My bad. Sorry.
The FA Cup final against Liverpool was in 2022. The one that Liverpool won the cup double and played.
I can't remember that. I actually can't remember that day.
I think Chelsea lost 4 FA Cup finals in a row.
6.
3. No, because they beat United in 2018. Unfortunately, I had to bring it up.
They literally lost 3 FA Cup finals in a row. Arsenal, Leicester, and Liverpool, 2020 to 2022.
I'm pretty sure it's 6.
Is it fair to say 4 times?
No, not in a row, but I think they've lost 4 out of their last 5 FA Cup finals.
Leicester won the FA Cup 1-0 as well.
That's an interesting question, actually, Mash.
Hey, can someone in the chat
have a look? They've lost 3 of their last 4. They've lost 3 of their last 4.
Sorry.
It's all right, but no, they've lost 4 out of their last 5. They lost to Arsenal in 2017. They beat Man United in 2018, and then obviously they lost to Arsenal, Leicester, and Liverpool in succession. And this is their first FA Cup final since 2022.
And they got robbed in the semi-finals against City back in 2024.
Did they?
Yeah, Jack Grealish.
Yeah, same way Coventry got robbed. I'm sure Manch will agree with that. About you.
Coventry didn't get robbed. It was offside. It was offside.
It was marginal.
But it was offside.
What happened to that 5 centimetre rule that gave Furtz the goal against Fulham? Why have we never heard about that since? Seriously, there's been tighter decisions from that haven't been given the benefit of it.
Do you know what should have been counted though? Garnacho against Arsenal when Arsenal won.
Nah, well offside.
That was a goal. That was a goal onside.
No.
That was onside.
That was not onside. Gabriel, 500 IQ.
It was onside.
That's all
That was
it was not onside.
It was onside.
Gosh,
but you know what? There's no point arguing about it because it happened now. That's about a couple of years ago. You can't do nothing about it.
At least the manager got sacked already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he blamed someone that didn't even play that day. But here we are.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He outed someone that he didn't even play.
I've got an agenda against the fan base about that. You know, they handed him out, and I reckon it's the Sol Campbell.
Same, bro. I was arguing against everyone that wanted Sancho. I was saying surely not, because Sancho's performed well in preseason. I was like, surely, something had to happen, right? Some disagreement had to happen.
I'm gonna say this right now, yeah, point blank, yeah, on the stream, yeah. I don't care who clips this. I don't care, yeah. The views are my views, innit? If I'm Sancho, yeah, I'm. Do you know when the fans saying, "Oh, Sancho doesn't deserve all that money, whatever"? If I'm him, just to spite the fans, I'm taking all the money I can get until my contract runs out. I'm having a last laugh. You paying me? I'm paying me my dough. That's what I gotta say.
He's leaving the summer already. He's already on a free this summer.
And guess what? He's gonna make another European Cup final next season with someone.
Well,
Whoever it's gonna be.
he might go back to Dortmund, so we'll see if he goes back to a cup final.
I hope he does. I wish him all the best, man. He's one of my favorite players.
But no, but as I was saying, like, is it fair to say 4 times the charm? Does that make sense?
For who? Chelsea.
Yeah.
Maybe.
4 times the charm. Do you know what? I'm going with it, man. 2-1 Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Please, Chelsea. You're watching. Do us a favor.
Either way, Blues is gonna win on come on anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the blue's gonna be on the ribbon anyways. But which blue? Yeah, I'm saying which.
I reckon light blue.
Yeah. Come
And
on.
they'll be too tired for Tuesday.
This reminds me of the United City Cup final 2024. Everyone's saying City, but then you just never know. United ended up winning that day, and we deserved it. We were the better team by a distance. So.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it. So.
Say it. It's fine. Say it.
I had an agenda to run against Ten Hag. I'll say no more. I would have sacrificed that FA Cup to see him get sacked.
To be fair, I'm so glad we won it though, because
Oh yeah, 100%.
I didn't want City to do 2 over us. I'm saying I know I wanted Ten Hag out, and at the end of the day, he'd have been sacked if we lost that final. But come on, I mean, you never bet against your own team in the cup final, right? You never bet against your own club in the cup, even if you
Ten Hag. Sorry to cut you off there, Kevin. He's bringing up old wounds now. Ten Hag made me hate my support the fan base, not you, but the Ten Hag inners that supported Ten Hag over Sancho. Therefore, I wanted him to lose that final so he gets sacked.
No, but
I'll be honest with you, Kevin. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. No, I never told anybody this.
Yeah.
I never told anybody this. I was gutted that Coventry lost because if I knew if United had lost that same final, Ten Hag would have been gone.
To be fair, I thought even if
obviously it's all if and buts.
Because you know why? Van Gaal got sacked after winning the cup final. So I was thinking, all right, fair enough, win the cup final and dip. You know what I'm saying? Because Van Gaal
but Van Gaal got treated horribly because everybody during the game was saying Jose Mourinho, you know that rubbish.
Ten Hag get injuries and all that crap. Fucking hell, man. Ten Hag was the worst manager I've ever seen manage my club. Aside from David Moyes.
I'm actually triple threat.
David Moyes was trash. He was.
Can we talk about the Carrick situation real quick?
We will do.
I got something to say about that.
When we get to United, yeah, sure, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea in the cup final.
Yeah.
And for the game against for Bournemouth City, we spoke about that one already. 2-2, and Arsenal are champions.
Josh, you never predicted.
Arsenal and Chelsea, you man know what to do.
What Community Shield 2026 Arsenal versus Chelsea?
And City.
Josh, you never prediction, yeah? You heard me about the Bournemouth game, innit?
No, I don't know if I want to know, man.
I basically said City's going to get tired after the FA Cup game. They're going to win it on penalties, and they're going to lose against Bournemouth. So Arsenal win the league without kicking the ball.
Hopefully so, lads. Hopefully so. Let's all manifest it. But as for now, there's nothing we can do, as Napoleon said. So we just got to not dynamite. But, I was thinking more Bonaparte, but never mind. We just 2 games at a time. You know how it is.
Oh, no, it's 2 now, yeah. We leveled up.
Yeah, I mentioned this already. I mentioned this one.
What do you say?
No, I'm saying I mentioned this one. Let's not forget Bournemouth also 5 years here.
Yeah.
I mentioned that one already. Wan-Bissaka toenail. Yeah, it was barely. City lost 2 cup finals in a row. United and Crystal Palace. I think they'll win this one. Can't see 3 losses in a row. But Chelsea lost 3 in a row. Don't forget. So this is Chelsea's turn. Chelsea lost 3 cup finals in a row. They don't want to lose 4. FA FA Cup finals in a row.
Shame they both can't lose, isn't it?
This is their path to Europe. They need to win it. Chelsea have to get to Europe. They
Nah,
have to win the game.
nah. Hey, what? Hey, one game a week, innit? One game a month. Let him rot in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, man. This is
We'll
proper Chelsea scene right now without Abramovich. Chelsea hold. Yeah.
Oh, Josh, are you cheering for Chelsea against Spurs?
Yes.
Not really. I'm just focusing on what Arsenal are doing. I couldn't care less about them, if I'm being completely honest.
I respect that big time.
Now you don't do what expression says. I want Tottenham to lose. With a smile on his face.
But yeah, we've spoken about every other.
You have to watch the
game.
video, Josh, to find out what I'm saying about what expression said about West Ham.
And
He said,
I've watched so many expressions clips, so I don't know if I've already seen it already or not. But
it's when Robbie said, "What do you want to happen? Arsenal to win or West Ham to win?" He said, "I want West Ham to lose," with a smile on his face.
well, to be fair, I understand that completely.
One stream at a
At the
time.
end of the day, your first priority should always be your club, you know.
Yeah.
And for Spurs, it's trying to stay up. So it doesn't matter if it's Arsenal, West Ham are playing against. You want West Ham to drop points.
Spurs fans would rather get relegated knowing Arsenal bottled the league title rather than staying up and Arsenal winning the league.
Oh, that's a given. Yeah, 100%. That's a given.
That's a given. They would rather throw away their survival hopes in order for Arsenal to bottle the title. But
Question for you, Kevin. Now that you said that,
go on.
would you rather get relegated and to stop Liverpool winning the league?
No, because we're too big to get relegated.
No club is big to get relegated.
Well, we've set a legacy in the president in the Premier League. We can't. You know what I'm saying?
A bold man once said, "It was coming to an end."
True, but it almost came to an end last year, and luckily it didn't. So I'm just glad.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that we had to do what we had to do last season, and just and now we have how do you say it? And now we're staying up and we're in Europe. So look, at the end of the day,
Early expectations for Europe.
quarterfinals minimum.
Okay. Sorry.
Because the league phase thing is where I am like, all right, we have more games to go through, and there's more options to go through, and there's more ways to go through automatically in top 8 or playoffs. So there's a lot of chances to go through. So that's why I'm like, do you know what? I'm not too worried about the league phase just yet. I'll be worried if our depth is short. It is short. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I expect it to be short. I
don't expect it to be as bad, but I don't think we'll sign enough. Knowing Man United, I don't think we'll make enough signings.
How many are you expecting?
It'll be as horrible. Five signings.
Okay. Any key players leaving?
Casemiro's the only one out the door, in my opinion.
I think Brembo's might leave.
Nah, and Mbumo's staying, bro. He's not going anywhere. And Mbumo's staying, bro. There's no chance.
Hey, Onana's coming back.
Huh?
Onana's coming back, innit?
Who?
Onana's coming back, innit?
Oh yeah, no, he's not. He's staying in Strasbourg for.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he'll stay there. I think they'll trigger the buy option.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying. But anyways, let's get to the next games. Villa Liverpool's tonight. Do you want to quickly preview that before we get to the United game, or you want to just
score prediction?
I mean, there's nothing rising on this game, is there? I mean, both sides are finishing in the top 5, so what's the point? I think Villa. I mean, I think it's a bit like stoppable force versus movable objects at the minute.
Yeah.
I mean, neither of these sides are really that good. No offense, but in terms of score predictions, I don't know if this could be anything. I mean, I think they drew 3-3 or 4-4 a couple of years ago. I think it'll be something. It could be something similar to that. Good Friday night entertainment. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a nice thing to watch, I suppose. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's not going to be the highest quality game. I think we can all agree on that, but I think it can be entertaining without a doubt. So hopefully it is. In terms of score predictions, I'll go 2-2, like last season. I'm
thinking 2-2 or 2-1 Villa, but I'll be safe and go 2-2 because Villa, they're going to rest their players for the cup final, aren't they? And the reason they're playing tonight is because of the cup final.
Yeah, because on Wednesday, isn't it?
Man, we'd be playing tonight if Forest made the cup final. We'd be playing in about an hour.
Do you know that's all right? I've got something to watch on a Friday night, then. You know? I wouldn't mind that.
Honestly, I'm just glad it's an early game. Is what it is.
I don't like the half trial kickoff on a Sunday though. That's a bit meh.
Yeah, it would rather be on a Saturday. I'd rather be on a Saturday, but listen, it is what it is. I don't mind being Sunday.
I got things to do on a Sunday, man. I'm not around for that.
Sunday's calm.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2-2. What do you think, man? Prediction for the
make it a hat trick of predictions 2-2. I agree with both of you guys.
calm. Eric Ten Hag was our worst manager post Alex Ferguson. Pick up a have mixed feelings with the card, but at least if he does inevitably gets the sack, at least a new manager incoming elimination with the team card will leave behind. Hear you. Whereas Eric Ten Hag did so much of a long-term damage on our club, wasted 600 million on duds that Emery inherited misses years by no points to finish bottom half. Yep, I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear your thoughts. I don't care about Emery having a worse win percentage. Eric Ten Hag is the most back manager post Alex Ferguson was given everything he wanted on duds. Yep. Onana 600 million, Højlund, Sancho, Anthony gave Rashford, Shaw, Dalot big money contracts. Sancho was signed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, not or Ten Hag.
But you know the fan base like to throw in Sancho into a list of date when he went out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No manager had burned more money, fallen out with more players, and suffered more embarrassing, humiliating losses than Eric Ten Hag. So Alex Ferguson stepped down. Eric Ten Hag also didn't have everywhere to worry about. It was also Eric Ten Hag who refused to work with Ragnick and was using our club as piggy bank for this SCG agency. That's true. That's really true. Facts.
RSV speaking facts about Manchester United.
100% agree with this last statement there about the SCG state agency thing.
Upon reflection, yeah, I feel like that 7-0 loss to Liverpool is a sackable offence. Because I feel like we buy. No, because what it is, Josh, people got so hyped because United won that Carabao Cup, innit? And they just bypassed everything, innit? So, upon reflection,
I was happy.
You know what I'm saying, Josh? Innit? People think, oh, we won the cup, and what happens next is like, yeah, whatever, innit? And I felt like the players down tools as well after that.
Do you know what it is, man? At that period of time, I was so gassed. Because the takeover rumors were also surrounding the club before the cup final. I was thinking, like, oh my days, if this takeover rumor is true and we win that cup final, I think that would have been the best period of my life supporting this club post Alex Ferguson by a distance.
Yeah.
Like, just imagine winning the cup and the takeover happens right away. How over the moon must you be? Like, I don't care if it's a league. Like, that would have been the best day of my life post Sir Alex Ferguson by a distance.
But AI took over, innit? You know what I mean?
It's what it is. Was
that Sheikh Jassim actually, or was it just AI? Because I don't really know.
I think Sheikh Jassim is real. Like he's a real person. I just don't know if the takeover rumors were 100% legit. Because a Sikh guy actually met him in the California supermarket. He actually met him there.
A Sikh guy. See, this is why I don't like because Sikhs are relatively known to be cheap.
He was in like a supermarket or something like that, and then he saw Sheikh Jassim at the LA supermarket, and then he asked him to buy the club or something like that. I don't know how long ago this was. Like probably like last year, I think he met him. So yeah.
Remember there was a picture of some random people pulling up to do the Herrera deal.
The Herrera deal.
There's some random people pulled up with a suitcase outside the headquarters saying they're going to do the Herrera deal. It's some random people. It's all over Sky Sports News and that ages ago.
They're going to do the Herrera deal, the one that we signed from Athletic Bilbao.
Yeah, that's like the season before. Before the United got the Herrera deal done. There's some random people pulling up with a suitcase and that. It's all over Sky News. I suppose I remember it.
Send it to me. I'll try and. I think I must remember. I used to watch Sky Sports videos like when I was a kid as well. Like I used to watch the Soccer Saturday and all that stuff. Like it was good fun. Like I actually enjoyed that stuff. I used to read articles all the time because I used to trust Sky Sports.
Hey, Sky Sports, if you're listening, yes, give us a call, innit? Yeah.
But they're in the mud now. Chelsea need Eric Ten Hag before the cup final. True, they kind of do. Eric Ten Hag set United back 5 years. He set United back centuries, my G. Not 5 years, centuries.
I wouldn't say that Ten Hag did. I say that the ownership has set the United club back decades and stuff.
It's a combination of both, to be fair. It's a combination of both. Who remembers the 7-2 Villa? Yep. I was going to bring it up, bro. 1-1 is fair. Big up Sanchez. Big up to you, bro. You're doing good, my guy. Big up, my G. And super retired Man United fans wrote letters and begged to Jim Ratcliffe to keep to keep Harry Tanaka being visiting the cup. Those United fans. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yep. They do. And I will never ever trust, bro. The Manchester United supporters trust I think they were the ones who wrote the letter. And I fucking hate them. I despise them.
Who?
They're the MUST.
Yeah, they got radio silent, innit? Ever since.
Bro, and no, sorry, the MUST, the 1958. Excuse me, not the MUST. 1958. My bad. MUST, yeah. I can kind of align with, but the 1958 are the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen. Do you know what I did? I don't know if I told you guys before. I said it many times on stream. I said it many times on stream. Oh, Josh, you have to go? Yeah, Josh has to go.
Or do you have to go?
No, not me, Josh. Josh has to go.
Okay. Pick up Josh, man.
Pick up Josh. I think he must have left already. But yeah, as I was saying, like the MUST, I've mentioned it before on stream, yeah. Bro, I wrote to on Twitter that there's no point entering the stadium when you're already filling their pockets with the tickets. When you're scanning the tickets, you're already filling their pockets. What's the point of entering the stadium and leaving the stadium emptying it? And then they blocked me for saying that. And I'm like, bro, you fucking hypocrites. Like, actually, like, how weird, right, must they be to disagree with me for that? Like, it's baffling. Like, so many United fans out there are just hypocrites. Like, it just pisses me off. For what reason? I don't know why they like all of a sudden just went against my word. But you know what it is? Up to them. They do their thing. They have blood on their hands. And the club is even more finished now. So, you know what I'm saying? In terms of the ownership, yeah. Get them going.
They're the bomb squad.
They're the real bomb squad. Facts, not the players. They're the real
Hey,
bomb
listen,
squad.
man. I've been saying it. Like, sorry to cut you off. I've been saying they're the bomb squad, but I'm not a tier one. I'm not a YouTuber. Like, you know, apparently I know nothing about football. But I'm just saying, man, you watch when someone drops the line saying that United owners are a real bomb squad, that's when people are going to turn and say, yeah, they are. Until then, them ones, innit?
Yeah, man. I mean, they're the single biggest issues of the football club, bro. They're the single biggest issues. I don't hate.
Yeah, okay, but I'll be back in about 5 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. I don't hate Amram, by the way. I hate Arsene Wenger more. At least Amram left the club in a better position when he got the sack. When he did get the sack. To be fair, you're not wrong with that. It's just my biggest issue with that is he was really stubborn as well. He's been given new players, right? When he switched the formation back to a 4-4-2 or 4-3-3, what happened? We started playing better, and he went back to his old ways, and we played like shit. So he refused. He refused to change. He refused to adapt, and that's why he got sacked. But not just that, he went against the board, and I kind of lied to you. That was weak from the board. Just before the window opened, he called him out. He needs to be backed. I agree. However, I didn't want you in the job anyways, Amram. I wanted him sacked. You know, the stuff about copy menu and everything, you know, throwing our young players under the bus, calling them out for no reason. So look, Amber Moss had blood on his hands, man. He was trash as well. He was part of the most embarrassing period in the club's history. 15th place in a European final defeat to Spurs. Joke. Sheikh Jassim is very real. He's a prominent member of the Qatari royal family. Yep. A little off the top of it, will it be a good idea to United plan for the future here, playing style, etc. around Bruno now? I don't know. I mean, we have to get better players, right? We have to get better players because at this rate, if we don't get better players now, then we won't improve. We won't improve. And our recruitment was far better and got rid of various Deadwood. I hear you. The recruitment was a lot better, but the Deadwood was just, yeah. But anyways, let's get to the rest of the predictions. United Forest. I did the predictions with Ray earlier today. Check it out, people who haven't done so already. The Red Army Run part was done. I said 2-1 United. I think we'll win the game. Casemiro's farewell. You know what I'm saying? That'll be, hopefully it'll be a good way to get himself send him off in a good way by winning at home for the last time in his career. Do you know what would be nice as well? If we got a penalty and he took it and he scored. That'd be lovely. That would be lovely. So yeah, 2-1 United. The rest of the games, Brentford Palace, 2-1 Brentford. Everton Sunderland, I'm gonna go 1-1. Leeds Brighton, 2-1 Brighton. Wolves Fulham, 3-1 Fulham. Newcastle West Ham, I'm gonna go 2-1 Newcastle. And last but not least, Chelsea Spurs. I think Spurs will. I mean, I know I said Chelsea looked a little bit off, but against Liverpool, they weren't actually that bad. Yeah, and you know one thing about Chelsea is Reece James coming back has really helped Chelsea. And I forgot to mention in the cup final, Reece James could be really crucial to this game. Reece James could really, really, help Chelsea in that cup final. So that's a boost for Chelsea. Reece James back at the right time when they needed him most. In a game where the stakes are high, they need to win that cup final. It's a trophy. Trophy's on the line. Reece James back for that. That's important. So big up Reece James, and hopefully Chelsea win. And such and such. But yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 Chelsea against Spurs. 2-0 Chelsea. Josh's predictions are United 2-2 Forest, Brentford 2-1 Palace, Leeds 2, Brighton 3, Wolves 0, Fulham 2, Newcastle 0, West Ham 1, Great Escape. No worries, man. No worries. Take care, bro. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your evening, man. And yeah, we'll catch you again on the. When should we do the game week review? After Chelsea Spurs, I think that's when we do the game week review. I think we'll do that review after the. So when's the next game? So Wednesday. The review show will be on Wednesday. So once the games have been commenced, we'll get the review done, and we'll also preview the Europa League final. We might do a special review for the FA Cup final if all things go as planned. Big up matches. Well, you also have to dip. Josh have to dip as well. But yeah, I guess that's it for today, people. I'll just wrap it up here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Sub to the channel if you're new around here. 95 subs to go to 700, guys. Come on, you know what to do. You know what to do. Like the video, share, subscribe. Also, World Cup content coming your way. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys, like I said, turn your notification bell on so you don't miss an upload, you don't miss a live, you don't miss all the content. NBA show, I was thinking I might go live for the NBA show in a moment if I can, get it underway. If I speak to the lads, we'll get it sorted. Spurs need to go down. Yeah, bro. Any last questions you want to ask before we wrap it up? If you guys want to ask any last questions before we go, I don't mind answering them before we go. The Premier League questions anyway. Send in your Prem questions and then I'll answer them. But yeah, man, it'd be nice to get a win before the end of the season. It'd be nice. Uh, 2-1 United. 2-1. If we get a penalty, let Casemiro take it. It'd be good to see him score. Hopefully, he does before he leaves. Best to give a player that's given so much to this club, so much heart, so much passion to this club, left everything on the pitch since he's been here. Bruno assist to Casemiro penalty. It won't count as an assist. Just from a corner would be nice, or from a set piece. I don't really care. Same as Barca style Messi. What happened? What happened? What happened? Somebody send me the tweet. What's it about? Oh yeah. All right. You know what? See you guys in a bit. See you guys in a bit for the Red on the Red Pod. Quick emergency live. See you guys in just a few minutes.